Now, gay pride has been, well, countries have been subjected to yet more gay arrogance and degeneracy and people's fetishes, actually. So that's nice. I'm glad that gay pride now involves people's fetishes. So there's been gay pride going across Europe. I don't know about the US, but it has here. And in Berlin,
In principle, I'm completely on board with the idea of gay pride. In that I believe that every group of people that engage in any activity should have the ability to celebrate. Problems I have is when there's naked people in the streets, which happens a lot of times at gay pride parades, or people in BDSM gear walking down the streets. Again, not great if there's children around. Yeah. If they could eliminate the more problematic elements of pride parades, then I'd be fine with it.
wouldn't you know it, there was a group, a gathering of people and there was a van, a rogue van, in its very hateful mindset, decided to plow down a bunch of these gay people because this van was bigoted. The guy behind the wheel, excuse me, he was a Berlin man. He was a German guy. Yeah. So do you know when he was born in Germany in 2002, 2004? Yep, that's right. I know you were thinking that he was probably some sort of migrant, but he was some sort of Islamic migrant. No, it turns out it was a Berlin guy. It was a German dude. Because he was born
A German dude from Afghanistan or something.
Germany in 2004, and it turns out it was actually just the van that was bigoted because, as you guys know, every single time these news reports report on these car ramming attacks, they always say car plows into crowd. Now, you're probably wondering what the name of this German guy is. Well, I'll tell you right now. It's a very German name, as you would expect from a German guy, okay? So this German fella's name is Abdul Ballout, and he went balls out when he saw a bunch of German...
Yeah. Abdul.
I know his name is Abdul, very German name. That's a German name, bigots. Abdul Balut, balls out, has been named as the main suspect in the Berlin Pride attack. Like, a woman. Was it a woman? Was it? Was it a cis woman? Was it a bloke pretending to be a woman? And injured at least 29 others. Here's what we know about him so far. Balls out had already been known to put... Let's play bingo.
Yes.
Let's play bingo here. He'd already been known to the police. That's one.
Yes. Known to the police.
Had committed a number of crimes. 2. Was previously given a sentence of 1 year and 10 months in prison, but the sentence was reduced. 3.
Yes. Pattern of letting criminals go early and then having them do atrocious crimes afterwards.
Is it, anyone got bingo yet? I've never played bingo. Have you got bingo yet? German Interior Minister Alexander Dobrindt says Balls Out was known for being part of the Islamic scene and had previously been radicalized. Anyone got bingo? Who's got bingo in the chat? He's a German citizen with a Lebanese background. Right, so he's Lebanese then. Ballout was born in Germany in 2004, and his mother was naturalized as a German citizen in 2002. Oh, bingo jackpot! There's only one thing missing from this bingo card of bullshit, and that is he has a history of schizophrenia. Yep, a history of schizophrenia. But you know what? We'll find out. It's coming up. Now, I've said this before. Globalists believe that human beings are interchangeable bioorganic assets, and you could simply replace the entirety of a nation, of its ethnicity, with another ethnicity, with another race, and expect it to operate exactly as it had been this entire time. Because
People never change their religion when they migrate to a new country. Don't change their culture. So, he was not a Christian.
there is no disparity between cultures, there's no disparity between ethnicities, and there's no such thing as replacement because we're all human beings. As we well know, this is complete bollocks, okay? If you replace all of the British people or all of the German people with Lebanese people, they start to drive their vans into people that they don't like based off of religious prejudice. Now, do I have any sympathy for these degenerates that were run over by a van? Not particularly. It was the same kind of Marxist, leftist
I actually do. It's people that have been propagandized by the media. And so they go to these pride events and they're doing what they think is right. And no one deserves to be run over by a van like that. At least not for the crime of just waving a rainbow flag.
bullshit that allowed them to flaunt their degeneracy in public, that allowed these to come over in the first place. It's the same brand. It's the same brand of Marxism and leftism that allowed them to proudly flaunt.
You know this because the organizers of the Pride event have just, instead of being concerned about maybe radical Islam in Germany and future attacks on Pride, instead of that being their concern, their main concern is making sure that people don't use this event to be Islamophobic. That's the concern of the people that organize this Pride parade, not the safety of the LGBT community. No, it's they don't want bigots to use this attack to malign Muslims.
Their fetishes, their sexual fantasies, their degeneracy. It was the same kind of degeneracy and leftism that allows these to come in, okay? So this guy was born in Germany and was separated from Lebanon, separated from the Middle East, but he was still radicalized into the Islamic scene, because you can take the boy out of Islam, but you can't.
Is also, if you allow uncontrolled migration, you get enclaves of foreigners in your countries. Enclaves allow radicalization. If you have less migration, much lower level of migrations, you don't get these foreigner enclaves, and you don't get this type of radicalization. That's the one thing leftists don't get about mass migration is there's a level at which it becomes incredibly harmful and destructive. And when you get these communities that are all foreigners, so they never learn the language, they never assimilate in any way whatsoever. I mean, even if they don't change their religion, if you had less migration, they'd at least learn the language and interact with the people. And if you learn the language, interact with people, you're less likely to drive a van into them.
And not take the Islam out of the boy. It's still not clear if the alleged attacker had any accomplices in Berlin. We're now getting translated remarks from Florian Nath, the Berlin police spokesperson who has been speaking to reporters. Nath says that one or more suspects were involved in the attack, and there are many possibilities. We don't know what supporters were involved or accomplices, he explains. And this is a screen cap of the types of people that were there. We've got this beautiful young woman here, just stunning brave. We've got this lad, you know. We've got this dude. We have this little boy, and we have this proud black man here, you know. So these are the kinds of people that were mowed down. Manhunt continued.
I didn't get that last one. What black man?
So these are the kinds of people that were mowed down. Manhunt continues.
Honey, despite having a huge number of people of African descent, you don't see very many of them in this Pride Parade, do you? Because they've allowed a huge number of migrants from Africa, but none of them go to Pride Parades.
So these are the kinds of people that were mowed down. Manhunt continues following suspect Islamist terror attack at Berlin Pride. Oh, thank you, Katie Williams. The manhunt continues following a suspect Islamist terror attack on Berlin Pride. I'm going to explain the irony of this soon. In which one woman was and at least 29 people injured. Life-altering injuries, by the way. At least one person is believed to have rammed a van into a crowd. So they still don't have him, right? There were all these people around. No one grabbed him. They know who he is. He's known to the police. Zach Polanski's quiet. No. Zach Polanski has offered his condolences to Berlin.
Here, just checking Twitter. LGBTQ plus activist speaks at vigil in Berlin a day after Islamic car ramming attack. I had hoped that the attacker was not a foreigner, but a white Christian person. My God, these people are nuts. maybe hope that the attack didn't happen. Maybe that would have been something to hope for, to go up. I wish this attack had never happened. No, she doesn't say that. She goes up and she says, I wish the attacker had been a white person. My God. Oh.
Berlin. And he says, my thoughts are with Berlin. But no one's really sure who he's supporting here. Because that guy loves both Muslims and... So, who knows? Who knows who he was sending his love to? Who's in his thoughts? This happens so frequently, okay? The frequency of which a brown clown is allowed to commit these horrific offenses and then escapes, it's actually nuts. That attack in Dublin where there was like... It literally looked like a werewolf had eviscerated a person on a train platform, on a train station platform, and the police would not answer questions as to who the f did it, what happened to the guy who got knifed, and they were like, yeah, we're still looking for him. You're looking for a guy who is walking around with no shoes, covered head to toe in blood, walking through the center of the city, and you can't find this man? So we've got the same situation here.
Yeah.
This guy was surrounded by hundreds of people, was able to ram a van into everybody, and then jump out and disappear. Officials have named Abdul Bolzout, a German citizen of Lebanese background, as a suspect, and multiple others were taken into custody on Sunday, according to German media. So they've taken multiple others into custody. Look at that. So we have a primary suspect. They don't know if other people were involved. Then who the f were the people that they arrested? They seem to think it was one guy. Who the f else did they just arrest?
Well, there's one guy who did it, but who radicalized him? Who encouraged him to do it? Who knew about it and didn't warn anyone?
At least one person is believed to have rammed a van into a crowd before. Yeah, at least one person is believed to have rammed a van into a crowd.
Who did the van belong to?
Before launching a knife attack. Oh, it's that thing where they get out and also then start slinging a knife around. Tale as old as time. Every single time. It's never enough just to ram people with the car. They always get out and they start flinging their knives around. And no one caught this dude? So one guy rams his van into a bunch of gays, gets out of his car, gets out of the van, starts swinging his knife at people, and the police believe it was one. It was one person. At least one person is believed to have...
Sup, Proton Snail? How are you? This is a video about the Berlin attack, and you know, Jake Monroe is going to be very, happy about it, or unhappy about it, or angry about it, raging about it. So let's continue that.
It was one. It was one person. At least one person is believed to have rammed, but they have multiple others in custody. Then who are they? Why are they there? Bolzout was known to police and had previously committed a number of crimes. Sounds like the perfect candidate for a free individual. Describe the incident.
He was also, I've learned, he was going to de-radicalization sessions. The guy who rammed the car into the gay pride parade in Berlin. He was being de-radicalized. Very successfully, right?
As a suspected Islamist terror attack. Well, I mean, the MO is there, right? Ramming cars, getting out, brandishing a knife, all the hallmarks. Photos show the police search in action throughout the day. More than 1,000 officers have been working on the case. There's been an outpouring of grief throughout Sunday, with crowds gathering for a vigil and laying floral tributes. One Pride attendee says the event will never be the same after the attack. Well, one can only hope. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but the arrogance of this particular crowd has been rather difficult to swallow. Speaking with press earlier, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said Germany would not allow the poison of terrorism to affect its society and promised to act decisively, but also thoughtfully. Keep in mind that this guy, who drove his van through a bunch of people and then got out and started swinging his knife, was known to police. Not only known to police for crimes he'd committed, but known to police as being radicalized by Islam, okay? They knew this was the case.
Yep.
Also, you can't commit to this. Germany will not allow the poison of terrorism. You already did, okay? They're in your country. They're radicalized.
Here, I just found the article. I was looking at it. Left-wing activists rush to defend Islamic migrants after attack on Berlin Pride Parade. So that is the immediate reaction. People are trying to divide our society and set some people against others. As the CSD in Berlin, we will not allow this. The organizers of the Berlin Pride say yesterday's attack must not be used for political ends. Yes, their concern is not preventing another attack. Their concern is for this attack not to be used for political ends.
Each other. They're radicalizing Middle Easterns that were born in Europe. It's not even you're letting in radicalized individuals. They're being born in Germany now. And they're still getting them. They're still being radicalized. Germany has allowed the poison of terrorism to affect its society for decades. I don't know what they think they're going to do. The only way to really fix this is total remigration. Oh, we got a new one here. Suspect alleged to have used rented vehicle. Great. The public prosecutor's office in Berlin has released a detailed update on Abdul Bolzout, who police earlier named as a suspect. The statement says it is alleged that Bolzout struck people with a rented vehicle in Tiergarten. It says one woman died later in the evening after the suspect allegedly carried out the ramming attack, then injured several with a bladed weapon. God, they go on and on and on and on about white men being bigoted, white men being the oppressors, white men being homophobic, like constantly.
How would you like to live in a Europe where you don't have to worry about being rammed with cars or stabbed with knives? Just remove the people that do that. The only people that do that.
Educating us on homophobia, constantly lecturing us on gay people, constantly shit testing us on our tolerance and understanding of gay culture. Meanwhile, the threat is coming from inside the house, right? Abdul being born in Germany with the name.
Yeah, that's why Europe is not going to go to war with Russia. If you're a German man, the people you want to fight are the people that are ramming cars into crowds. At Christmas markets or gay pride parades, it doesn't matter. They're still ramming cars into Germans. You don't want to go off and die, so more of these people can be brought into Germany.
Name like Abdul. Now, we need to remark on the irony here. So, the nefarious gay movement seems to be becoming an exponential movement. Becomes increasingly worse as the years go by. They become more bold, more arrogant, more entitled, angrier for some.
As there's more of them, they get more arrogant and entitled and bold. Wow, who would have expected that?
For some reason, they seem to be getting angrier the more rights they get, and the more rights women lose as a result. They seem to be getting more and more entitled and angry and just obnoxious. As that continues, as you know, gay continues. And then on the other hand, you've also got more migration from Muslim countries, and you know, you've got Muslims being born in Germany that are being indoctrinated and radicalized by Islam without even being near the Middle East. And you've got these two things, which are the direct result of the Marxist plan to totally destabilize and erase white cultures, okay? They're weapons, essentially. Bigotry and Muslims, those two things are the most powerful weapons that are being used to f up the white man. You've got Muslims who have absolutely no interest in...
I think it is part of a desire to create a EU superstate, a United States of Europe. And the problem is, look at the world. You're going to bring in tons of people into Europe to make this one big cultural mess. You have the Middle East, you have Africa, a lot of Muslim areas around it. So you're bringing in people, it's going to be Muslims. So that's the way it works out. Whereas in America, you don't have tons of Muslims coming in because people coming in are from South America and they're Christians. Both places are having tons of immigration, but because of their geography, the people coming in are different. I wouldn't focus too much on the Islam part. It's just that's the problem in Europe because that's where people are coming from.
In cohabitating or coexisting with white Christian people, they seem hell-bent on killing us and erasing our culture, erecting as many mosques as they possibly can, burning down as many churches as they can get away with. And then you got the gay side.
Yes, I like the burning of Notre Dame. Unexplained burning of Notre Dame. Why did that happen?
Which is indoctrinating your children, transing your children, turning your kids against you, turning your friends against you, stealing people's lives by making them, brainwashing them into cutting healthy bits of flesh off their body, or grafting parts of their forearm onto their pubis to fake a penis. And they didn't realize that that at some point there's going to be an overlap here. Of course there was going to be. You've got more and more showing up every single year, okay? More and more gay kids are popping up. Well, not gay kids. Kids being peer pressured into being gay at the most confusing moments of their lives. And on the other hand, you have a culture that is so intrinsically entwined with its religion, a religion that not only sees white Christians as cattle that can be killed or enslaved, or but also
They're also teaching white people in Europe that you're evil. You have white privilege that you can never get rid of, and because of that, you deserve to be punished. And yeah, you should not be proud of your history. It doesn't matter if your history is erased, because you shouldn't be proud of it. Yeah, you only, all of civilization basically came from Europe, but you shouldn't be proud of that.
also that homosexuality is such a deep sin that they will check to see if you can fly. If they suspect that you're gay, they check to see if you can fly off of buildings. Not a single gay has been able to fly so far. They'll find him soon. They'll find him soon. I really hope they do. They'll find that flying gay one day. So it's in their culture to throw gay people off of buildings until they find that one flying. So it is written.
That it was the preferred method of ISIS for executions in Syria when they were genociding Christians, to just throw them off buildings.
Now, of course, these two things are out there to destabilize the white man. One is to oppress the culture. The other aspect is coming after your kids, right? Making you feel guilty for using the wrong pronoun. Making your daughter rip her off and then disown you anyway because you used the wrong pronoun or used her dead name. At some point, there was going to be an overlap here, okay? One was going to attack the other. Now, the gays in their stupidity are walking around being like, pro-Palestine, free Palestine, yes, queen, slay. Yeah, they intend to. Once there's enough of them, they intend to. Once there is enough of them here, okay? Once there's enough Muslims here, once there's enough Africans here, once there are enough non-whites, Muslims, blacks, that kind of stuff, Middle Easterns, Kurdish, once there are enough of them here, gay pride will end, and they won't tell you why. It's going to be in the next 2 or 3 years, but one day gay pride.
Hey, Gata Naranja. We're hearing about Jake Monroe predict the end of gay pride in Europe, and he's making some good points. Trump said he stopped attacks because we're running out of bombs, so basically he made another taco. Yes, he did, which has stabilized the oil market temporarily, but it doesn't change that you have 2 straits that are closed, and every day that continues, we're getting closer to the oil shortage. Yep, oil down sharply. I think it'll go back up. It'll go back up. The straits are closed, and Trump will bomb again. Yeah, the traders are definitely making tons of money. The ones that knows he's going to talk over the weekend, the ones who don't. Yep. That's why a lot of traders are out of not trading oil right now, because they don't want to be hit by these drastic swerves. So you have to, if you're going to trade this, you have to do like buy here and just wait for it to go up. It's, yep. But it'll go up again, and this time it won't stop at 100. Fun times. Yes, fun times. Very fun times. This is a video about fun times in Europe.
There are enough of them here, gay pride will end, and they won't tell you why. It's going to be in the next 2 or 3 years. But one
no more like Christmas markets in Germany either.
Day, gay pride will be canceled, okay? They will very quietly start to scale down the gay prides, and they won't tell you why. They'll stop advertising it. They'll stop sponsoring it. They'll stop the logo changes for June. They'll stop closing down streets so that people can do their marches in their dog masks completely butt naked. They'll start to pull back on it. They'll start to like quietly stifle the gay pride movement, and they won't tell you why. And I'm going to tell you what the reason is. It's because there has now been, at that point in the future, there is now enough Muslims, there's now enough intolerant bigots that if there is a gay pride event, they will blow it up because there's enough of them there now. Enough of them are the mayors. Enough of them are the police. Enough of them are the council members.
Yep.
So they'll never be caught, and they can get away with as much as they want because they run the place. That's right. They're your mayors, your council members, they're the police. And if they see a gay...
I wonder how much of Europe will fall before this all ends. Not all of Europe will. Some places taking in a lot more migrants than others.
pride, they'll just blow the up. The mayors of these towns will be like, la 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 la, and then the translator will say, unfortunately, due to safety concerns, we will not be holding gay pride this year. That'll be in England. In a couple of years, that'll be it. They won't talk about it anymore. What safety concerns? Is it those bigoted white people? Is it those British homophobes? Is it them? And then the mayor of Chester, the mayor of Manchester will reply. He'll say, and then the translator will say, sure, yeah, it's the white people. It's a white guy. Ooh, hates gays. So for everyone's safety, no more gay pride. And then there will never be a gay pride again. They'll cancel it. They'll slowly siphon.
He's making a joke, but it's most likely true in that there will be canceled gay pride parades because of this concern. There have already been at least one canceled Christmas market in Germany because of these exact concerns. Because the concern that they couldn't protect the Christmas market from cars, so they canceled it. So, same thing happening in pride parades, especially after this attack. It's just the future.
Siphon off the gay pride. Because the whole gay pride thing, the whole gay movement, the whole trans and gay movement, that actually does have a shelf life, okay? That is only useful for a small amount of time. It's only to target the children of white men. That's it. That's all it's...
Yeah, I showed you that picture of the crowd at the gay pride parade. Only white people. Yeah, it's... none of the migrants coming in are joining this pride.
Or they've sterilized themselves through exogenous hormones, and there's no more white people being born. That's when the Muslims will then deal with the gay problem. And the state will allow it. The countries will allow it. Because all of our mayors are called like Sadiq Khan. We've got people called Shabana Mahmood, Rishi Sunak, Zia Yusuf that are politicians here in the UK. They'll allow it. Once there's not enough white people to make a big enough stink about it, they will just do it. They will activate Order 66. Order 66 is literally just Islamic takeover, and they'll be going for the gays first.
Yeah. But will that happen, or will a currency collapse happen first, radicalizing all nations in Europe and leading to mass deportation? One of those two will happen. Let's see. Will Europe fall, or will there be mass deportation? That's why I am actually hoping that the currency collapse happens sooner rather than later. Because the later it happens, more damaged Europe and the United States will become in the meantime. Anyway, this will be on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Can watch on Kick or Twitch. And I'll see you next video. Bye.